Good morning, folks, and welcome back for week 4. I've read all of your discussion posts for week 3, and I thought there was some good discussion about appropriate action in trying to get code compliance with the non-compliant tavern in the Village of Oregon. Most of your comments kind of circulated around this idea that perhaps it's okay to incentivize repairs or upgrades to the privately owned building through a grant program or through some use of fire department resources, but a significant concern was where is the limit? And I think that was a good place to leave that conversation. I think a lot of times with programs like that get started, we don't figure out the limit until the program's been in force for some time, and we make adjustments as we go to try and make a program that assists the private sector property owners that have an interest in the safety of the building, but still use the taxpayers' resources in a way that's defensible. For this week, there won't be any discussion, but I do have several things that I'd like you to look at and start thinking about. The first thing is you'll be reading Chapter 4 in the IFSTA book, which is going to look at building systems and services. So we've talked a little bit in the class about building structures. Now this gets into some of the other infrastructure that's associated with providing the services the building needs to. Things like egress systems, stairways, plumbing, utilities, power systems, people movement systems like elevators and escalators. There's a number of things that the chapter is going to look at. When you've completed the chapter, you can take the IFSTA Chapter 4 quiz. It's right here at the base of the Week 4 page. Additionally, I want to have you look through some videos and some other documents associated with this chapter. One of them is the video from retired Chief Vincent Dunn, and this is again going to be looking at strategies and tactics associated with fighting fires in structures, and specifically this is going to be looking at floor collapse hazards associated with that and precursors to that. Additionally, we have these assembly videos that are also posted in the Week 4 tab, and I'd like you to watch each of these. These are all short videos, a couple of minutes apiece, but they just kind of piece by piece go through the construction of buildings. The 2 PowerPoints here listed at the base of the page are optional. They're from the fire service, and they just talk about some contemporary issues with truss assemblies used in the construction of modern roofs, and you may choose to look at those, though they're not required. The last thing I'd like you to look at on this page is a document that outlines building structural systems, and it's from this is an excerpt of a book called, so this is a PDF that you can get through the page. This is an excerpt of a book called The Architectural Graphics Standard, and basically what it lays out are kind of fundamental construction concepts for a number of different types of construction. So as you scroll through this document, you're going to see most of these are oriented towards multifamily residential or commercial construction, and you're going to find that there are a number of systems that are used. So this is basically a very broad overview of approaches to commercial and multifamily residential construction. So I'd like you to take a few minutes to skim through that, kind of look at the pictures, understand the major concepts. Finally, folks, I'd like to leave you for this week with a video that is a graphic illustration of the live load limits of structures. So we talked a little bit about live loads and dead loads in some of the earlier chapters. This is an experiment, and granted, this is kind of done in an entertaining way, but it illustrates kind of the limits of the integrity of the structure. So if you think about in the state of Wisconsin, under the building code, a single-family residence like the one pictured has a required live load, floor live load of 40 pounds per square foot. And if you think about water's got a weight of about 8 pounds per gallon. And I think there are about 7.5 gallons per square foot. So what that means is at a depth of about a foot, we should have about 60 pounds of water on every square foot of the floor. What you're going to find is that this home is substantially stronger than it's required to be under the code, and you're going to see that they're going to get water to a depth of several feet. So with that, I'll conclude my comments. You can enjoy this video on live load and After that, you can work on this week's materials. I look forward to talking to you next week. And as always, if there's anything I can do to assist you, please feel free to get in touch with me.